Today I'm going to talk to you about the book I personally believe is the worst book I've read. This is a personal thing, but this is the worst book I've read. It's Lolita. I read Lolita purely because after years and years of having studied English in school and having known people who studied it for English in school, I didn't read it. And I was like, well, I've heard a lot about this book. I'm sure it's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be, not as messed up, if you will. Oh, it's not good. In general, it's not good, in my opinion. I'm going to break down why I don't think it's good. There's one massive glaring issue as to why I hate this book, but I'm going to keep that for the very end. So remember to like, subscribe, and share this video, and let me know what you think about Lolita in the comments down below. So, Lolita. What is it about? Well, I'm going to be as just vague. Everyone who knows books should know what Lolita's about, but it's basically about a guy who goes and moves to the US, and he has a thing for younger girls that he would refer to as Lolitas. Oh my god. So he ends up getting married to this woman because he has a proclivity towards her daughter. And then, am I going to spoil this book? Yeah, this book is really old. I'm going to spoil it for you, so spoiler warning. Then the woman passes away. Let's say passes away. And thus this man is left with child. And they go on like a road trip around America. And he's really just so infatuated. Like, the whole point is this man is so infatuated with this girl in every sense. The whole point is his infatuation, but it's fucking creepy. It's just like a lot of, like, I've spoken to people and they were like, yeah, the whole part is the creepiness and almost the fact the character doesn't really consider how creepy he is because of his infatuation and stuff, and that's the thing. And I'm just like, it makes me feel sick. Okay, that's hinting to the last part. But regardless, one of the things I don't like about this book is I just feel like it's paced really poorly. Like, it took me a few attempts to actually read this book because it just sickened me. But also, it's just boring, in my opinion. Just to get through it, it's just a boring read. It takes forever to get to anything. And I guess, like, the whole point of it is it's his diary, so he's kind of, over-exaggerating things and writing as if it's his diary for him to read. But also, it's just sickening. I believe it's his diary. Yeah, I think it's his diary. You can tell I tried to block out as much of this book as possible. So one, it's just paced really poorly and it's boring and it's hard to get through. Two, there's no tension in the book. Like, there are meant to be moments that are really tense. Again, upsettingly so, they are centered around the main character and his things he does with Lolita, the girl he refers to her as Lolita. She is a Lolita and refers to her as Lolita. The things he does with her, that's the causes of tension. But that tension just evaporates really quickly. It's like, listen, Mary Shelley did that really well in Frankenstein. I will always go back to Frankenstein. In my opinion, it's one of the best books written. In Frankenstein, Mary Shelley has tension, and periods of tension are short, but they're very effective. So, for example, when the creature is running towards Frankenstein in the ice about halfway through Frankenstein, that's maybe half a page, maybe not even that, but it's so effectively done. In Lolita, any tension that is built is just gone. Like, they're being followed by a car, and then all of a sudden afterwards, oh, the car's not following them anymore. But the tension, like, starts to build, but there's no payoff. In Frankenstein, the creature is running towards him, and the payoff is the creature is wanting to subvert to what we think. He wants to talk to Frankenstein. In Lolita, oh, they're being followed by a car. What if this person's a cop? And then they're just not really following them anymore. They're just like, oh. Or, oh no, something's going to happen. He's going to get found out. Maybe his wife is going to find out about him and Lolita. And then she conveniently dies right before she kind of finds out. She doesn't find out and confront him. She just dies. And that's like, you're building this tension and then it just goes away, and then he spends forever, instead of building these tense moments and giving us this tense, oh my god, what's going to happen, he spends more time discussing things that frankly are just sickening to me. Which leads me on to my last point. I went into this thinking, okay, you know what, I know what this book is about, but I'm sure it's not like really bad. I'm sure a lot of it is just him obsessing over this girl. And that's something that could potentially be interesting to read. Him just obsessing over her, almost like something like, I don't know, I've not watched it, but You on Netflix, from what I've heard. There's a lot of, obsession and stuff, things like The Girl on the Train, the lady is obsessed with this woman, stuff like that. But it's not. Like, he obsesses over her for maybe throughout the book. Sure, he does. But he gets what he wants. And it's just, to me, this story shouldn't be he gets what he wants. It's just, and I get it. That's the point. That's why Lolita, it's controversial. It's different. Wow, why would anyone write on this subject? It's so different. But it's just sickening, in my opinion. I just can't. I think I tried to read it once towards the end of my time at school, couldn't get through it. Tried to read it once about 3 years ago, couldn't get through it. I think then I got the audiobook. I got through most of it, but then I believe it might have been Jeremy Irons reading it, but I'm not 100% sure. But hearing the narrator read this book, I was like, I felt sick for the narrator and I couldn't finish it. And then I blitzed the last bit of the book, but I couldn't finish in the audiobook. And that's why Lolita is my least favourite book. I dislike Lolita more than I dislike Ian McEwan books. And I hate Ian McEwan books. We can get to that in a different video. But yeah, let me know in the comments your opinions on the Lolita book. I believe there's also a movie, but I'm not even going to touch that with a yardstick. Let me know your thoughts on the book. Am I wrong? Did I miss the point of the book? Did you enjoy the book? Were you just as sickened as me? I'd love to know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share the video. Hit that bell icon. And I hope you read a great book today. Please don't read Lolita.